Hello and welcome to my review of my Denon DRM-800 cassette deck. It's a bit dark, so I've got a light to help. This is a 1989 model, and when it was released it went for about $500 US. Don't know how much that is in the UK, but it was an expensive model. It's a three-headed model, so you get three heads obviously, and you can monitor what it sounds like when recording. So when you're recording a cassette, you can actually hear what it's going to sound like on the playback when recording. That's what the advantage of a three-head model actually does. And if you're looking for a cassette deck, always look for a three-headed model because they are the best. Right, the options you get on it. Let's just have a flash down here. So you get the output. So this is the output here, what will then control how loud the cassette deck sounds when you play it through an amplifier. Bass fill and balance. The balance is usually when you record on a cassette deck, you will get the left speaker go louder than the right on playback. So balance is important to get that right if you want equal speaker sound quality. So you want the lines to be equal. Balance is what is there to do, is to equal the speaker level out. So you also get the motor, what basically allows you to listen to, as I said, listen to the recording as it's happening, so you know what it's going to sound like on a playback. Fast forward, stop, rewind, play, record. You got Dolby B, Dolby C on this model, which is fine. You don't really need any more than that. I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice to have a Dolby S, but Dolby C and B are fine. Noise reductions. It's got a digital countdown, which is, nice to have a digital countdown. I prefer the digital countdown. I like that. So that's good. You got the reset, you got the memory, and I can't see that well there, but you got all the options basically you would have on any top end cassette deck. MX filter as well, MXP filter, sorry. Record return, I never used that, so I don't know what that does. And CD direct, so you can put a CD player directly into the back of this tape deck. So basically, you got the CD direct option, which is an analog input what goes straight into the tape deck, or you can use the input from your amplifier when recording. It's entirely up to you. I'm using the input from my amplifier because I like to put my CD player to my amplifier, so it's easier for me to do that. But you can put your CD directly to it. Let's have a look if I can show you the heads. There's the heads. You can see mine are pretty clean. I try and look after it. It's a well built cassette deck. It weighs a little bit. It's not cheaply made at all. Let's put the tape in and play you some. Hopefully I won't get done for copyright with this cassette. This is not recorded in Dolby, and it is a Type 2, as you can see on there. So let's play it and hear a little bit of the quality. Hopefully this won't get me done for copyright, but we'll find out. I do have problems with it counting the seconds on this cassette deck. I don't know why. And it does stop from time to time. See what I mean about the left speaker always being above the right speaker? I haven't balanced this one out, so balance is very good to level the speakers out. Okay, so that was playback quality. That's not, that's a happy hardcore CD, so it's not like a high-end studio recording CD that I recorded that from, but it's still a very good playback on that sound. But when you record on this cassette deck in a metal cassette, and you record it on Dolby B, Dolby C, you are pretty much getting very close to what the CD original sound quality is. And if you had someone come around and you was just playing your cassette, your metal cassette on Dolby C, what you recorded, and they didn't know what equipment the sound was coming from, they would assume it was coming from a CD player because it sounds that damn good. So this is a high-end cassette deck. I think it's Denon's best cassette deck they ever made. I've researched online and I can't find a model that was rated better than this from Denon. So this is probably the best Denon cassette deck you can buy. It's a reliable cassette deck. Mine has problems with counting the seconds, as you saw, and sometimes it does like to stop on itself. But that's a problem I've not figured out how to fix. And maybe one day I will get it fixed so it doesn't do that anymore. But for now, it is reliable. It does play tapes most of the time without stopping, so it is a reliable cassette deck. And there's probably models out there that haven't got that fault. So I don't know if that's a common fault with these cassette decks or it's just my cassette deck, so I can't comment on that. Obviously you get the record level as well, which is important if you're recording from a CD player. You would most likely put that on record level 3. So you don't, because you're never going to record a CD on record level 5 because it's too loud. So yeah. So basically I would give this an 8 out of 10. It's not that much on eBay last time I looked. I've not looked recently, but last time I looked it was about £200 to £300 in good condition. So I would definitely recommend you buying this cassette deck. It's reasonably cheap for £200 to £300. That's reasonably cheap for a high-end cassette deck, and you will not be disappointed with the sound quality that you get from this machine. Thank you for watching. See you next time for some more reviews. Denon DRM-800, 8 out of 10, highly recommended.